window. And one of the things that we really learned quite easy is, I don't know if anybody has the same situation in either organisation, but there's always an excuse why you're special and why you should wait till the end or you don't have to transition straight away. So we had, as part of the operating model changes, we had changed all the roles for our change job families. We controversially removed Scrum Masters from the teams and actually reinvested in about another 240 coaches at the time. We changed all the processes, the tooling, the systems, and set real clear guardrails. We changed our location strategy, our perm to non-perm mix, and a whole host of things at the same time. So the big thing we had to do was put guardrails in place. We were super clear around what happens if you're in flight, if you're something that's kind of coming up to an implementation quite quickly. But what we realised is that the reason we started this was we only had 23% of our portfolio that was actually in the tool and visible. 23%, and we thought we were doing a great job until we started really looking at the data. So in that 10-week window, we moved £3.4 billion worth of investment to ensure that everyone broke their work down to a product level, so moving from projects to products. And that then equated to the 100% of our portfolio in that 10-week window.
So in 10 weeks, you remapped everybody's skills. You did a complete geo shift.
I did.
You went from a project to a product operating model. Other than that, it was pretty smooth. Right?
It was.
Yeah.
The two probably other things we did was on the learning side. Everybody had a learning journey, and we also this time round took people who didn't work in platforms, so if they influenced or interacted with anybody in change, they also came on the journey. And we run an event for 700 directors across the group, which included probably 3/4 of our top 300 leaders in the bank,
Wow.
to make sure everyone was aligned. Real clear vision for everyone.
It's amazing. And the other part, just to hit on again, was that you only had 23% mapped.
Yeah.
One of the things you discovered on here, that's just an amazing discovery, I bet, unto its own. Right?
And it was only 11% of actual investment from a value perspective. So we had such a mix of people delivering in kind of agile ways of working, then a huge proportion hybrid, and then big programs. So we have no programs in the bank now running in that way. All work now runs in the same way.
So we talk about how the leadership struggle is real. We want to talk about visibility, alignment, and impact. And talking about the struggle, when you kick this off, what were some of the blockers or hazards or potholes that you ran into?
I think some of it around the guardrails, I think was definitely a big one for us. So it's making sure that everybody had a very clear transition plan to make sure we could achieve it within the window. We moved from 14 tools down to 3 at the time, and we needed to decommission one of our existing systems because we'd moved everything into Jira and Jira Align. So we had a hard end date, which was a driver as well, which definitely helped. We also got our group exec to agree with all of their teams to really understand the bottom 10% of the portfolio. So we wanted to make sure people had got the time to learn, because there was some really intense combinations of offsites, working sessions, online material, and so for some job roles it was 81 hours. So that's how big a change we were making at that time. Everyone did that so that if anything did slip, it had been done consciously and it had been done in a pre-agreed way before actually we started the transition. So that definitely helped us.
So we're here talking about strategy collection, and Lloyd's and yourself, you've been great partners with us through working through and deploying Align, and now working with us on Focus to model out your strategic priorities. Maybe talk about how that's been going.
Yes, one of the things that we were really challenging ourselves and working with our kind of Atlassian team for quite a number of months actually around post-transition, where we've got change that's within a platform or a business unit, it was really clear on the strategic alignment and value that was being released. But as soon as you started putting any complexity in, so if it was mass affluent, for instance, that would run across multiple business units or areas, the proposition director wouldn't be able to see that. And we started to produce lots of offline material again, so we weren't actually getting easier. So we've been working with Sam and the team to test as soon as